That's got to change there. That's for damn sure. In the chat there. That's good enough. I just need to see this on there. So, Cheap Gear Guy, Sean Battle, just discussing, you know, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and why we're not doing that correctly, even though we've got, we're a disturbed group of people. The entire country. The entire country is psychotic. Even the most loyal, patriotic person is psychotic in the fact that they don't believe that they live on stolen land. This whole country was stolen. What are we supposed to do? Give it back. If you have possession of a stolen stereo and it's been in your family for 20 fucking years, what am I supposed to do? Give it back. What about me? Pray that they have mercy. Pray they have mercy. Maybe work some deal out with you. But the main thing is it should be on their terms because it is their country. And they're still alive. So, Donald Trump. Is the epitome of America's American dream. Seriously, he really is. He is the epitome of America's dream. Do nothing, have everything handed to you, piss it all away, and just be handed more shit. Piss it all away with zero care because it's not your money, so you didn't earn it, so you don't have any real respect for money. It's not your money. That's the kind of shit that'll give you the audacity to say something like, I started with a small loan of $1 million. The average American won't see $1 million in their lifetime working full time. And this asshole said a small loan of $1 million. That right there should have been disqualifying for him being on your level. 2, man of sin. Well, going into the election, he was settling a lawsuit for his bogus university, a scam university. He was being sued for $150 million. The amount they're out. The students did not want to settle at all. They wanted the full $150 million. The lawyer wanted to get paid. So when Donald Trump offered $50 million, he took it. The lawyer took it and cashed him out because he got paid and he really wasn't involved with the whole like getting screwed over. So he just wanted to get his money. Saw $50 million coming across, figured his cut of it for doing absolutely pretty much nothing. Took his cut and left him out to dry. Out of 100, if he made $150 million, and his penalty was to pay $50 million, what lesson did he learn? Pay a third of the cost to the right people. It just goes away. You can continue to be president. This is after he's sitting there on TV going, I never settle. Because once you settle, there's blood in the water. Well, he wouldn't have got that from like Iron Man. If you can make God bleed, there'll be blood in the water, then the sharks will come. He seems to be obsessed with sharks and boats and stuff like that. And look in the sky and call himself the chosen one. Oh yeah, Donald Trump doesn't bleed because he's a god. Right? That's what you guys believe. because he does no wrong. He's never done anything wrong. He cheated on his wives, which is against the Bible. He doesn't seek forgiveness from God or Jesus. He says out of his own mouth, I just don't bring God into that when he's talking about forgiveness. The Bible says, I am the Lord thy God. Without me, there is no salvation. Want to know how? Who sent Jesus? Boom. There you go. He was the Son of God. That's who sent him. So if you have no return address, package doesn't get shipped, does it? It has to start from somewhere. Package doesn't just arrive. Is that salvation you wanted? No. Man of sin and lawlessness. Well, he is 3 months in. He is defying court orders to stop the things that he's doing with the executive order because he doesn't have the power to do those things. He's trying to change the Constitution by executive order to remove birthright citizenship. There's already a process for removing amendments to this thing, and it's not the way he's doing it. And two, ending birthright citizenship. That's the only thing keeping all of you here. And if you think he's going to grandfather you in because you're a fucking loyal person, apparently you didn't hear the snake poem. You knew you tender-hearted woman, you knew I was a snake when you picked me up, when you brought me in. I owe you no loyalty. That's what he's saying. But he uses dark speech. They, them, those lunatics. You, like a Mad Libs, fill in who they are. And then he's saying what's on your mind. See, they're running a guy who's senile. He can barely string two sentences together. He doesn't know where he's at. The guy's a mess. He's a lunatic. He's senile. He's clearly got dementia. Hang on, Trump. Are you talking about who's they? Because the Republicans are running one just like that. You know them. Who? You ever notice there's no specifics? I have concepts of a plan. My dog ate my homework. Does that count? No. Because we live in the real world where concepts are not real things. A tangible plan has approaches. We're going to do it. No, like when Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney. We're going to close the tax loopholes. Which one specifically? We're going to go through and we're going to find the ones that we got, and then we're going to close those. Which ones are you looking at? We have to go through and look at all of them. What is an example of one? Just one example of a loophole. We'd have to look into that. Anyone else notice that during these congressional hearings and stuff like that Republicans loved when they have a witness on the stand? They love to go, what if? What if a transgender? What if a bump? What if a person? What if a gun? What if a blah, blah, blah? What if? What about? What if? What if? What if? What about? And after they get their finished saying their piece and whatever, and they get their little TV spot, and so help me, it is just a TV spot because they know that that's all that's going to be played on Fox. I watched today, Lauren Boebert gave her little stupid fucking speech. You could tell by her speech she wasn't prepared. You could tell she didn't believe it, and you could tell that it was horse shit. That she was just barking like, she was about the Fauci ouchie. She's just a paid fucking actor. That's what she is. She's a paid actor. She's not a politician. She had to get her GED after getting the goddamn job. in Congress, I believe. Are you shitting me? And then she's going to tell how things should work. I'm sorry. We have people that spent their entire lives working on being this and or keeping an eye on those people. They dedicated their entire life to studying the law, to studying the Constitution, to studying the three equal branches of government, to understand, like, the Federalist Papers, all that shit. We have plenty of those people that are applying for the job. There's no reason to get Goodwill Barbie from Colorado, who's going to give out fucking Beetlejuice hand jobs, to go up there and talk about family values and what's smart and what's not. Because she isn't. She just has a pair of glasses on. That's it. And she can read, barely. Those are her qualifications. And she'll believe, and she'll read with conviction anything that you put in front of her, so she has some more airtime. They're so naive that they actually believe that this is the way it's going to. Okay, I cannot imagine a 4-star general taking seriously the orders of Captain Bonespurs, who they know for a fact had something to do with January 6th. Tweeted out, "Be there, we'll be wild. You got to go fight like hell." Lying about the crowd size. They never show the crowd size. They show the crowd size, you fucking idiot. It's just that you're lying. You can't ever stop lying. That's the problem. You can't stop lying. When you lost the popular vote in 2016, but you won the Electoral College vote, you lied and said that was your goal, and that it's actually harder to win the Electoral College than it is to win the popular vote. It actually takes more cunning or more intelligence. But that didn't sit well with you. So the next day you go, there were 3 million votes that were cast illegally around the country. They just you just make this up. They just bust some people in and just ship them around the How? Where? Where did this come from? Where's your proof? What's anything besides your feeling? Besides this, remember, you won. Remember now, he won. And he's still casting doubt on the election. I don't know. I think I won by a lot larger than that. No, you didn't. You lost by 3 million votes. Because the next day you came out and said there were 3 million people that were, which you're not bright. So you kept that lie going up until someone pointed out the fact that you would have tied with her. You lost by 3 million votes. I meant 5 million. 5 million is what he's just fucking improvising. He's just making this shit up as he goes. These are bad hombres. Some tough guys. But it just flashes back to watch the last time you watched like Commando or some fucking, stereotypical gang fucking Clint Eastwood fucking movie. These guys, you can't get these like direct casting. These guys are bad hombres. Direct casting, dude. Everything is not a TV show, you stupid fuck. No, you cannot inject sunlight under the skin. Fuck. Actually, you can't. You know what? Even if you could, I think there's a reason you have skin. And the sunlight goes on the outside of the skin. If I had to guess. Who, what, when, where, why. The fact that you get darker. I'm suggesting that you're not supposed to just put it under the skin. Pump it through your heart. Getting it on your skin kind of gets, you get vitamin D and shit like that, and you get that naturally. So that's, that's pretty good. Suggesting people get out and get the sunshine. I mean, there's always fresh air and shit, so that's always good. So that you could say that, get some fresh air and whatever, but stay away from people. Now he wants to claim how they suffered through COVID. Of course, we had COVID. That was a big setback, and that's a big motherfucker. You said it wasn't real at all. You said in April that year is going to go away like a miracle. Whatever that little river R thing that you do. I guess that's you casting a spell on the weak minded. Maybe that's a Jedi mind trick that they just go, yeah, it will. And they start getting sicker and sicker, and new strains come out. And they're like, fake, lies. Dude, my cousin got it. Bullshit. No. There were people oh my God, there are people that were having their spouses dying in hospital. The doctors are coming up to them and saying, you need to go in there and say goodbye to your loved one. And I know it's talking, so I'm going to go and change this chat so I get a bigger screen. There, that's better. You need to go and say goodbye. Why? Your spouse is dying. Just has the flu. They have COVID. No, there's not. We don't believe in COVID. Well, believe it or not, you might have it. They have it. You guys live together? Yeah, you might have it right now. Notice the mask? Yeah, because you're a faking doctor. Right, right. So why don't you get the fuck out of my fucking hospital, please? I've never been treated so badly. Fuck you. See this X-ray? Yeah, your bone's broken. I don't think so. You see the fucking bone sticking out your leg? Yeah, that's a broken fucking bone. Trump says it might. Fuck you and fuck Donald Trump. Where is he? Where is he right now? Helping you? Is he in your house right now helping you out? Helping with your bills? No. No, no, no. He said he put JD Vance on. What was the new mission? Oh yeah. Going after those woke zoos. Like you Republicans have been complaining about for the last since Barack Hussein, a black man, took office, and you guys lost your collective shit. Whatever happened to the Tea Party? And that AstroTurf grassroots thing that you guys had going with the Koch brothers. While you talk about other people shipping in people and paying it. Why would you know about stuff like that? Oh, probably because your people are doing that? Right, guys. Yeah, cool. How would you know about hiring actors? Seriously, I wouldn't even know what to. What? And the thing is, like, it's not like you guys did some research and, like, we have evidence, we have paychecks and blah, 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 going to these different companies, this casting agency or whatever. You don't have none of that. You don't have an investigator go out for, like, 2, 3 weeks and come back and report. What do you think is going on? I've been to 4. Look at this. Look at this photo. Yeah. Okay, this is Minnesota. Yeah. This is fucking San Francisco. Yeah. And this is fucking so-and-so. Look at the bus in the background. Yeah. Look at the people. They've even got the same fucking clothes on. Yeah. They're just getting on the bus and going to the next protest, and they're striking up stuff and getting people out. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, yeah, when we go to the people, look, California, BLM in fucking New York, blah, blah, blah. Same fucking people show the TV shows. So you can show, like, look, that's them right there. That's them. Look, but the thing is, wherever they go, they're the loudest ones, starting the most shit, saying, like, we're not going to take it in this town. Then move to the next town and go, we're not going to take it, not in this town. And then everybody goes, yeah. So they're paid actors. No, no, no. You just get there and go, you know what? They got paid actors. They're just loading them on buses. They're going around town. They're just doing this. They're paying them this all this money. They get these billionaires to back them so that they got the, like, God damn, dude. You sure know a lot about bank robbery. At the first couple, I'll be like, that kind of makes sense. You've been on this for about like 2 hours now, man. Fuck, we're going on like fucking 5 years. You're still on this shit. You know a lot about this. How do you know so goddamn much about bank robbery and fixing elections? What's going on there? You got something you want to tell me? Huh? Anything at all? Okay, well then how come we're standing for back in the blue? Those guys are beating them over the head with a fucking flagpole. Oh, because those cops are traitors. Well, how do you know? Well, because they're stopping us from doing what we want. But they're just doing their job then, because their job is supposed to stop people from doing what you're trying to do. We're just doing a peaceful protest. That is not, when you're swinging a baseball bat outside, that is not a peaceful protest. Even if you get inside and you start acting calm, you don't swing any bats inside. Go fuck yourself. Spraying bear mace at cops to get in for your tour? Where you act civil? You can suck all the dicks. You can suck all of them. Donald Trump, the Antichrist, man of sin. Well, with Stormy Daniels, he went by David, under the NDA, David Dennison. Den of Sin. David Dennison. You picked any name. David Dahmer. David Draskell. David Densmore. David Dickhead is an NDA. He chose David Den of Sin. To pay off a porn. I mean, it's not so hard to believe when he's paying off a porn star to keep quiet about the affair that they're having while his wife is having his child in the hospital. You know what I mean? Or is he recovering from, I don't remember if he's recovering or having the child. I don't remember the two, but third wife, third adultery, 3 strikes. You're fucking out, Donnie. You cannot just keep doing that and then especially asking forgiveness, because that it says in the Bible that turning back to your ways is like hanging Jesus back on the cross, and God's not going to abide that. First adultery, he lost a bunch of shit, lost a lot of his money, buried her body at his golf course to turn into a fucking graveyard, so it becomes a tax-free haven. Sorry, buried her ashes, so it'd be even cheaper. Why would you need to bury ashes? Ashes go in an urn. Right? Ashes go in an urn. So this cheap motherfucker probably put it in a coffee can and fucking buried that coffee can in the fucking yard and said, now it's a graveyard. No, I don't have to pay taxes. I told you I was getting the money back from that bitch. That bitch that took your money because you were fucking around on her while she was actually making your businesses successful. Unlike you, Donald. She was actually intelligent. So you fuck Marla Maples. You have Tiffany Trump. Well, you can't stand looking at her, can you? Because that's a reminder of the loss that you take. And Donald Trump does not lose, even though he's a big fucking loser who loses all the time. That's why you can't look at her, because it's a reminder that you're a fucking loser. She's not, but you are, for fucking around, and you lost. That was a business deal you did not negotiate well on, you fucking idiot. For a businessman that's so smart, you didn't have a prenup, you fucking idiot. You went so far as to more than likely rape her, like she claimed, but then deny her the right to say that if she wanted to get any of the money. Right? Retract that statement. No, I am not a rapist. I just walk around grabbing pussy. That's what I do. I grab pussy. I'm a sexual assaulter. I am not a rapist. Right, Donnie? And the fucked up thing is that these are the people that the Republicans are going, yeah, this is a good man. He believes in God. When? Since when? He who denies the Father or the Son, even he is of the Antichrist. Donald Trump, quoted out of his mouth, has never asked God for forgiveness. When it comes to doing bad things, I just don't do bad things. And if I do, I just make amends for them. I just don't bring God into that. He didn't ask God. He didn't ask Jesus for forgiveness. And you think he is such a fucking Christian. He's hawking Bibles. Yeshua, he would have had a table in the church, and Yeshua would have flipped the thing over, and it's fucking. If he had the rod of iron that he's coming back with, he'd bash him in the face. Donald Trump is scum. He hangs out with Jeffrey Epstein, hung out with Jeffrey Epstein regularly. From what I hear, Jeffrey likes him young. From what you hear? You mean from what you see as he's fucking trolling around your goddamn golf course looking for fucking... Oh yeah, they're recruiting from Mar-a-Lago. People that do your research, you don't do shit. You don't look up shit. You don't do nothing. Your research for you is fucking turning on Fox News and fucking turning off your brain. Whatever Newsmax says, that's my research. Well, then I went and looked at the website they told me to go to. And it said the same thing. And that had another link to another website that said the same thing. That's like 7 pages that say the same thing. Was it the exact same thing? Yes, it was the exact same thing. So it's copy and pasted. They didn't even bother changing the wording at all a little bit to make it like a... No. That's not how an echo chamber works, you dumbass. You just don't know shit, do you? Fucking libtard. Look, he says it. Then all of them repeat it exactly word for word. And I hear it so much that I come and I tell it to you. Because it's a fact. If you repeat it enough times, a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. Don't you know? Well, he kept saying that the, election was stolen. Look at all the people that got pardoned. If he couldn't lie his way into the truth, could that have happened? No. So therefore, echo chambers do work, idiot. All of Donald Trump's power rests in public opinion, which is the most powerful force we have in our country because of democracy and the way the voting system works. It's also the weakest because our public is woefully uninformed, so therefore their opinions change on a dime. Everyone who loves Donald Trump, one tape comes out. Seriously. They'll go, you're the fucking snake. Hang him. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. Remember? Was that Donald Trump's idea? Did he tweet that out? I don't think he did. I think that was something they came up on their own. There was a gallows there, so I'm sure someone thought of it because it showed people that were setting it up beforehand. I saw the video of people setting, like, it was just like some red. It was just the raw materials basically. Looked like it could have been building a platform or anything like that. It did not look like a noose. It wasn't set up for that, but it was all the stuff needed. Now, whether that was intentional, whether that was, they saw the stuff for a platform and decided like to take a rope, and I don't know. A gala was up and they were saying hang Mike Pence for doing his fucking job. The same job that, reminder now, Al Gore had to do the same fucking thing, even though he won that election. And Fox News called it for Florida, and then everybody else just started following suit. Echo chamber. Everybody else had called it for, well, the guy working the board that night happened to like George Bush, so he called Florida for them, for Bush. Then the Supreme Court justice who backed up that decision was appointed by Bush Sr. Not convenient. Isn't that a nice little package of how you guys have just been lying and reinforcing your lies, but that's okay because that's how you get that whataboutism that you guys love so much. Trying to compare like completely different fucking things as if they're the same fucking thing. Donald Trump goes out there. He's held in the fucking Bible backwards and upside down. And I watched a video of him having guards go out, and there's a reporter out there, and he's taking photos, and he's just taking photos. And this guard comes around the corner and just starts bashing him with this fucking riot shield. Didn't tell him to move or nothing. Just starts attacking him. And then you see one of the guys kind of pull him off, like, yeah, slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? We're gonna get there, but don't start there just now. So they're doing that shit and clearing people out of the fucking way so that Donald Trump can go stand in front of a boarded up church holding a Bible where apparently, I guess, so he can read the Bible. May not have been even a Bible. Who knows? This is that your Bible, your personal Bible? It's a Bible. Probably doesn't own one. This is a guy that can't talk about the Bible without throwing in a pitch for fucking the art of the deal. Every time I've ever seen him, he's mentioned anything. When's another time that he's mentioned like just out of randomly out of the blue? Like the Bible says. You guys think he's so holy? How come you had to CGI a picture of him into church? Because there were none. There were no pictures of him in church ever. 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 Because he doesn't go. Because he doesn't believe in nothing. He believes in money. Let's look at some of the stuff he's promised. I won't actually pull it up and see because, you guys talk about what a great job Trump has done in the past and what he's doing for the future and all that shit. Trump accomplishments. No, Trump promises. Since 2016. I'll say 2014 because he was running. I'll say 2015. Since 2015. Trump's presidential promises. This is AP News. His first term. We'll just pull those up real quick. Make sure we got. What's the date on this thing? 2025. Okay, so let's go ahead and just want to make sure we're not using old shit. So, Donald Trump made a lot of big promises during his 2024 run for the White House, so she probably should check them down here with the other one. I don't know. Classified records released. He kept that. Cut money is in progress to schools. Critical race theory is so fucking stupid, dude. It's just so fucking stupid. I can understand having a local meeting and talking about you don't want it taught in your school, at your school, and you want certain books pulled from your local area, and the people around there agree. Fine, because I agree that everybody that wants something it should do that, and if they like the majority of people in your school want it pull from the fucking school, don't you try and pull it from the goddamn library. That's public. That's anybody's shit. Public school is anybody's shit, but I understand what they're certain things where you'd want to keep that out of the hands of children and whatever. But at the same time, you gotta stop acting like these kids are gonna be fucking 5 years old for the rest of their goddamn lives. Hell, by the time you're done litigating some of this, some of them were like 12 and 13. You know, whenever whatever you were offended at that point in time, those kids are ready. They're already smoking pot and shit. You know, they've already moved on and started doing a lot of the stuff that you were afraid of them doing because of the book. And you took the book and you won't let them get any other books, so that they just learn this on their own. Because kids are, I don't know if you know this. Jesus Christ. You guys are fucking stupid. Declare a national emergency to spur more drilling. What emergency? What emergency? There's no emergency. That's just bullshit. Withdraw the U.S. from the Paris Agreement. What a good one to keep. Abolish Biden era auto emission rules, Trump calls an electric vehicle mandate. I will end the electrical vehicle mandate day one. Oh no, just move Elon Musk in. Oh my God, you fucking morons. Trump-o-meter. Promise kept. Promise broken. Compromise stalled in the works. Promises broken. Real change begins with immediately repealing and replacing the disaster known as Obamacare. I guess these are broken. Yeah, red's broken. Green is kept. Open up libel law. Dude, why would you need to open up libel laws? There already, you cannot say wrong shit. The only thing that you would be doing there is decreasing the amount that you have to show that someone slandered you. And that's even in writing. It's not even like fucking slander because we already have rules against it. You know, we have slander against rules against libel and against defamation. And libel is just in print. So this motherfucker's still worried about like newspapers and shit, or possibly like, you know, things on the internet. You can't regulate that fucking shit, dude. It's called freedom of speech, you stupid. See? And you guys all go with it, the ones that support him. Because I'm guessing you're just as stupid as he is. We shouldn't be allowed to, you shouldn't be allowed to talk bad about somebody. Yeah. Didn't you guys have like a ton of shit about Obama? That's different. Why? Because he's the devil. Are you sure about that? Who told you that? Donald Trump did. Yeah, Donald Trump told you that Obama's from Africa and that he had all the proof. He's going to bring the proof forward. Remember that? He had until midnight. And then his world was going to come to a shocking crash down as Donald Trump, he had investigators over there in Hawaii, and oh, they're going to release the information. He has until midnight to release his school paper or nothing's going to happen. Lifetime bans on lobbyists raising money for American elections. Yeah. Invest $550 billion in infrastructure and create an infrastructure fund. No. Build back better under Biden. Now he wants a big, beautiful bill. Fucking liar. That's all he does. He fucks up. Anything good that happens, that's what he meant to happen. Anything that bad that happens, that somebody else did that shit. I don't know who did that, but that's my plan had the thing. He just spins what I gave, if anything that happens. And or if someone like goes, I think I see what Donald Trump's trying to do, and then they come up with something smart. He just kind of points at him and goes, yeah, you figured it out. He had no fucking, he's just fucking improvising as he goes. Increase veterans health care, but then didn't he just decrease that? Yeah, he just decreased that shit. Let's appoint a special prosecutor to investigate Hillary. Didn't do that shit. Remember that? Repeal Obamacare. Didn't do that shit. Get Congress to allow health insurance across state lines. Didn't do that shit. Renegotiate the Iran deal. Didn't add additional federal investment of $20 billion towards school choice. Raise tariffs on goods imported into the U.S. That's something he can do. That's why he loves the word tariffs. He can't raise taxes, but boy, he can raise those tariffs. And you guys sure as fuck don't understand them. And when he goes out talking about them, you just cheer. So he loves them. And he loves the poorly educated. Oh, that would be you guys in the crowd that are cheering. He was talking to you. I love the poorly educated. Remember all the people that he hates? That means he hates smart people. If he loves the poorly educated, he hates smart people. Right? So if you're in the crowd loving him and he loves you back, you're poorly educated. And he just said it to your face, and you agreed. Eliminate Common Core. Remember, you guys were all upset about Common Core, CRT. What happened to those things? What happened to Benghazi? What happened to all that shit? Remove all undocumented immigrants. Donald Trump does not keep promise to deport all immigrants illegally in the U.S. July 15th, 2020. Eliminate gun-free zones at schools and military bases. Nope. Stop the AT&T Time Warner merger. Nope. Defund Planned Parenthood. Triple ICE enforcement. 2020. Nope. Eliminate wasteful spending in every department. Nope. He just farmed that out to Elon, didn't he? It was the same promise that he made the last time. When he said he had all the best people. And then slowly but surely fired everyone in his cabinet while he called them incompetent. After, well, let's rewind back. First, he defeats all of them in the primaries by calling them losers and stupid and incompetent. Look, it's Little Rubio. You know what I mean? And making fun and all that other shit. And then as soon as he gets in the fucking office, they go, okay, we'll bring all these best people that you got. And he's like, okay, I'll take Marco Rubio. I'll take you over here. This is the same fucking people. Right. Yeah. The ones you said were stupid and incompetent. Uh-huh. These are the best people you have? Yep. And when they fuck up. Oh, I never liked him to begin with. He was a never Trumper. Fuck you. He's such a bitch, man. Fucking bitch-ass Marge motherfucker. Build a wall, make Mexico pay for it. Didn't happen. Enact 5-year ban on White House and congressional officials from lobbying. Nope. And birthright citizen. He promised that shit in fucking 2020. Nope. And he didn't do it now either, because you cannot end birthright citizenship through executive order. There's a way to remove amendments to the Constitution. You know what? Get on your goddamn knees if you love America and thank God he didn't get it passed, because you would be here at his whim. You idiots. You don't just end birthright citizenship for foreigners. You get that, right? If you just remove it blankly from the fucking Constitution, that means you too. That's what happens with an unnuanced language. Well, of course it doesn't mean me. Then why isn't it written in there minus any citizens who are already currently citizens? Oh, because that might include... Dude, anyone who's naturally born here and has a birth certificate, you know what I mean? So you just have to word it correctly. It's not hard. They just don't want to do it because why? They want to. If you get in trouble for anything, a traffic violation, if you talk back instead of being like, look, man, like the cop pulls you up for no reason. What the fuck are you trying to do? Why are you bothering me? Sounds like someone needs to take a civilian test, a citizenry test. You seem rather cranky, and Americans just don't act that way about getting pulled over. Are you a real American? Let's test. See, I wasn't going to do that until you told me to go fuck myself. But here in America, we don't do that, right? Oh, look at there. You didn't pass the test. You have to get 15 out of 20 correct. You only got 13. We're moving you to a new camp. I guess fuck you, not fuck me. Have a minimum mandatory sentence. Impose down death penalty for cops. Establish commission on radical Islam. Replace J1 visa with intercity resume bank. I don't know. Renegotiate NAFTA. He did that. Build a safe zone for Syria. Look, failure, 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 failure. Ask countries we protect to pay more in joint defense. I mean, they did. Administer Medicaid through block grants. Nope. Allow individuals to deduct healthcare insurance. Nope. Bring back waterboarding. Nope. Enact term limits. Nope. Remove existing student rate. Nope. Won't say happy holidays. We'll look at a win he got there. He got that win. That was one thing he actually do. Balance the budget fairly quickly. No. Change the name of Mount Denali back to no. Establish a ban on money. No. Create private White House Veterans Hotline. Oh, that's you got a new phone line installed? Cool. Where does that direct you to? Oh, to the VA? Cool. So just an extra step for the veterans to follow? Cool. Thank you for calling the White House. If you'll wait one moment, we'll direct you to the VA. Yeah, those are private calls to the fucking... What do you think, you're going to talk to him? Suspend immigration from terror-prone places. Move embassy to Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Keep Guantanamo Bay Detention Center open. Create targeted child care tax credits. Create number of tax brackets. Repeal alternative minimum tax. Eliminate carry. So when you start talking about all the shit he's done and all the shit he's going to do, let's take a look at what he did get done. Let's just take a look at the greens that he did get done. And the defense sequester. Make no cuts to Social Security. So he promised to make no cuts, but Congress didn't buy. He did propose cuts, but Congress didn't do it. So he would have lied there if Congress would have gone through with it. Increase veterans' health care. Did he? Or did he just sign off on it? He was saying he's going to do it. And Congress controls the purse strings. So all they would have done, Congress would have would have approved more funding, and he would just had to sign it. Save the carrier plant in Indiana. Fewer jobs, but the plant remains open. Raise tariff on goods imported into the U.S. Use U.S. steel for infrastructure projects. I really doubt. I mean, he might have used more, but I really doubt. Defund Planned Parenthood. Again, what a great thing to do. Ensure funding for historic black colleges. Yeah. Reverse Barack Obama's Cuba policy. Oh, by the way, ensuring funding for historically black colleges doesn't really mean you're not fucking racist when everything you do is proof that you're a fucking racist. Right? Like if I'm going around just, doing bullshit in fucking black neighborhoods, but meanwhile donating a fucking $100,000 a year to NAACP, I'm still a fucking racist. Take no salary. Yeah, sure. He funneled it off to somewhere else. I guarantee you that much. Again, ask countries that we protect. Ask. Won't say happy holidays. Look at this little shit. Limit legal immigration. Create private White House. But this is just nothing. These are nothings. Keep Guantanamo Bay open. Okay, did he really go over there and keep it open? No. Did he really go move the embassy? No. 10% reparation tax. The new reparation tax isn't 10%, but it's close. So no, that's not even important. Yeah. Anyways, cancel the Paris Climate Agreement. What a great thing to do. Nominate someone from his list of justices to replace Antonin Scalia. Reverse Barack Obama's 2016 gun executive order. Awesome. Stop TPP and slash federal regulations. Probably why we ended up with fucking COVID and shit. 2017 slashes regulations. For every new one, repeal 2. You know how dumb that is? You know how stupid just going for every new one we're going to repeal 2? You know how stupid that is? You can't just go through and say we're going to repeal 2. You have to go in through and if you're sane and fucking evaluate. You need to. Well, we said for 1 we're going to pull 2. Right, I know we're out of, but we need to put a new one and put in. We put in it, so we got to take away 2. Well, just make it work. Kids can carry guns now at school. I must make a gun-free zone at school. As I said, there's only 2 ways this can go. He's already hit up we've already hit constitutional crisis. He's already done stuff that is against the Constitution, that breaks the fucking oath that they took, even though he didn't have his hand on the Bible. He took the oath. He's already abdicated that job to Elon Musk. Clearly and obviously. Apparently, maggots don't fucking care about that. Just as long as the libtards are mad, you're going to care very soon. 1, 2 things is going to happen. It has to. The way things are going. Because he's doing unprecedented shit that's unconstitutional. Either the Supreme Court goes, yeah, that's fine, and backs him up. Or goes, no, that's not fine. What happens from those 2 results, I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't. How does the public take it? I'm seeing polls where Trump's up higher than he's ever been. I'm also seeing polls where he's bottomed out. It's just, you know what I mean? So it's just they're clearly just showing whatever, because I mean it depends, I guess, whatever echo chamber you're in, and I'm not in any echo chambers. I make sure to research all the different sides so that I stay as informed as possible. Like I said, this side is not going to tell me everything about those guys. This side is not going to tell me everything about those guys. But by listening to both of them, I can figure out right in the middle how they're both full of shit. Why'd you leave that detail off? Because you want to make him look bad. Why'd you leave that detail off? Right, because you're trying to say incompetent. Fuck both of you. You know, if you just work together instead of being assholes, you could just compromise and then actually get to everything that you guys both wanted. I was the other day, I was sitting there and I was like, it struck me like fucking lightning. Like, God, I've asked for a lot of stuff in my life, and, you know, I've asked for this, I've asked for that. You know what I've never asked for? I mean, I've asked that your will be done, but I've never asked, like, hey, dude, you know me, you know what's going to happen in my future, you know what everything I say, you know everything. So just whatever you have planned for me, just, if you don't mind, let me have whatever you have planned for me. If you got great things planned for me, let me have them. And if you, I mean, because you know better than me. If I ask for something, I mean, you're gonna deliver it, but it ain't gonna be what I want. It's not gonna be like in the long term, you know, because you know who I'm gonna be eventually. What, you know, where I'm gonna go. You're gonna know who that person is gonna be eventually. What's gonna happen. So hook a brother up. He said, ask in your name and you deliver it. That's what I'm asking. Blind marriage, sure. Why not? You're gonna pick someone good for me, so why not? Let's do this. Arranged marriage, whatever the fuck it's called. Oh shit. doesn't have to be here. Move to O'Neill. I really just don't like it here, man. I really hate it here. There's nothing makes sense. Nothing makes any goddamn sense because it's all lies and hypocrisy, man. And no one even cares. That's all lies and hypocrisy. You actually have politicians getting up there talking about what the promise of America is when our forefathers got here. Both sides. You mean the racist, slave owning, land owning aristocrats who thought that only rich, white males should have a vote? I think we can get past what the fuck they want. They didn't foresee automobiles. It was just plain space travel. They can fuck off and be dead. Matter of fact, we can rewrite the entire Constitution. It's not that great of a document. Matter of fact, Thomas Jefferson recommended that it be done every 20 years to keep it current with the generation living it. It was not supposed to be this immovable monolith. It was supposed to be a precursor of things that are yet to come. This is a good blueprint for you to make it more perfect, which is not even a fucking word, so you should know right there it's all full of shit. More perfect, it's either perfect or not. Striving more towards perfection. Striving more towards a union of perfection. Ever striving towards it, something that along those lines. A more perfect union. We can start forgetting about what the fuck they have to say. They're dead. They're long gone. If they were awake, they'd be like, why is that slave dating that white woman? Did Thomas Jefferson start catching on? Something like that? What's going on? They're married? No. 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 No, you wouldn't do that. Yes, George Washington would do that. Yes, Thomas Jefferson would. Yes, they would. Because slavery had to be added into as an amendment. While these fucking assholes were talking about freedom. And knowing these things to be self evident. That white men are entitled to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Those people aren't even really. They're human, but it's kind of like those guys that were running around here earlier before we got here. They were just all uncivilized. They didn't even have clothes, not real clothes. The savages running around. First off, there's not a grocery store anywhere around here. Look at all this wood that's not being turned into boats. Savage. Just savage. Look at all the money that's just sitting around here. You know what? I bet you those hills haven't been mined for fucking. I mean, come on, they're looking all normal. You gotta strip that shit. Strip it down. Tear it down to dust. Get that good stuff inside there. And then throw the rest the fuck away, because who needs that shit? Just a mountain. Who gives a fuck? There's gold in them there hills. So let's build a big ass fucking truck. It's like the tires are taller than Shaquille O'Neal. You ever seen those dump trucks? Yeah. Can we put one on fucking crack steroids and then pump it up with a fucking air jack. Like how many times? 40, 50 times the size of. Yeah, we can call it an earth mover. Well, yeah, I mean, there's little else that could be done with something that size. Besides pack your shit on Earth and move it to like Mars, you're moving the entire Earth. We got some horsepower. Because of laws here, it's like illegal to live off the fucking land. Or to just build a structure out in the woods. Like you don't have a permit. The fuck? The fuck are you saying to me? You don't have rights to fish here. You don't have a permit. The fuck are you saying to me? No, seriously, what the fuck are you saying to me? I can't even understand the words coming out of your face. I owe you money because God stocked this lake with fish? You're joking, right? I can show you a Bible passage where you're joking. What about the one that says who can blame a man for stealing because he's hungry? What if I steal one of these fucking fish? Get the fuck out of my face. Oh no, but you're going to go to jail for that. Aren't you? They're not going to go, well, that's true. No, you're going to jail. Yeah, that's true. When you get down there, what was it? He didn't have his fishing license. Well, fuck him. And now there's a bunch of guards and a bunch of shit, and you're fucked. Whoever they say goes. They have guns and they have all kinds of shit. People that are stocking guns and shit talking about they're going to, well, in case the government went tyrannical. With the invention of the word government contract. There is no way you can buy that much shit. If you're stocked up and ready to fight, I ask you this. Are you U.S. military, the entire structure, ready to fight? Because they have meals ready to eat and bullets for 20 years. Okay? 20 years. Bullets and MREs. They have drones. They have tanks. They have helicopters. They have bombers. They have nuclear missiles. They have surface-to-air missiles. They have air-to-surface missiles. They have guided missiles. What do you have? Oh, your AR-15. That's going to do something. Yeah, you might take like 2 or 3 with you. And then the tanks are going to start coming down. The Bradleys, the mounted guns. Shut the fuck up about stopping government tyranny. It's not happening, you stupid psycho. I don't care how many of you and your fucking booty buddy friends run around the woods playing paintball. You're a joke compared to the fucking Marines, dude. That's why you're not in the Marines, because you're a joke. If you were real, you'd be part of the real fucking people that really do it. Like the police. Hell, like the firefighters. You're a fucking coward. With a goddamn gun, which makes you a menace. It's one thing to be armed and prepared. It's another thing to be armed and fucking scared. Cops are armed and prepared. I would trust a cop walking to the mall with a gun. He's going to assess the situation. You with a concealed weapon see someone running, that has to be the guy. I've seen enough movies where that guy running is definitely the bad guy. Bam! I'm the fucking... Oh, you're the guy? Yeah. Always happened. The good guy with the gun. Idiots, man. What's American Liberation Day? April 2nd. What's American Liberation Day? You already saved us from having to say, I mean, we don't have to say happy holidays. So Christianity is saved yet again. Yay, Christians saved. The Republican Christians saved Christmas yet again. We're going to have Christmas this year. Aren't you guys glad? Because like the last 4 years or so, we didn't even have Christmas. You weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas to your family. The police would come and they'd beat you in the head with a ham bone. You know what I mean? And then, if you said Merry Christmas, they'd be like, "Yo, you're just supposed to say Gulf of Happy Holidays." And then they'd throw you out of the fucking. Right? Because you didn't go along with the administration's plan. Remember all that? And they'd cut your funding. Yeah, you'd say Merry Christmas, and they're like, "We're not having that Christmas shit around here. We're persecuting Christians right now. No paycheck for you. No, no, no." As a Satanist and Satan worshiping Democrat, I say no paycheck for any Christian's going to say fucking. You know how many Muslims we have around here and other people that you're going to respect our DEIs, or you're going to DIE. Oh, you're going to learn. We're going to shove this gay agenda right down your throat like a big, huge, fucking rainbow colored cock. You're going to suck it and like it. And your kids are going to get all the fucking gay coloring books. And the transgender people are going to be reading. They're going to come to your house, sit in your kid's bedroom, and you're going to like it. Like I said, if you look at it from the standpoint of someone who feels like they're actually a female in a man's body and it's confusing as fuck and it sucks, and they would rather be a woman than a guy that they're born as, and that means that they would rather have a child. That will never happen for them. But the next best thing to do is reading stories, because that's a simple thing that you get to do with your kids that they will never get to do. Not the way that they want to. Like if you yearn to bring a life into this world, and it's never going to happen that way for you. Not in this life, anyways. And the best you can hope for is like a reincarnation type thing. Trans doesn't happen in Unia, not because I have anything against it, but just because the sorting machine doesn't get confused. And if it was like, well, no, 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 imagine instead of having to transition, you're just born in the right body. You know what I mean? That it just doesn't happen. Gay, and that happens all the time in Unia, but just trans doesn't, because that's just, I think that's just too much suffering. And I was able to write a world where that kind of stuff wouldn't happen. So therefore, there's nothing against. It's just like you could spend your life trying to be frustrated, or it just doesn't happen. Unless you just want to be. I mean, is that something you want in your life? I just seems like a very painful situation to be in. I wouldn't want it. If I could just overnight transition to something else, if that was, I mean, that's what I wanted to do, rather than to go through a surgery, like a natural thing and everything. Wake up tomorrow, I have no memory of this time here. I'll sign up for that. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, yeah. He did not release his tax returns after an audit is completed. And he did not sue his accusers of sexual misconduct. Seems like most of the stuff he got done was shit he wanted to do or was very easy, like Gulf of America shit. You probably thought it'd be a cakewalk to walk into Canada, and or that Canada would be happy to become like they've just been dreaming and waiting for the chance for America to go, hey man, what is it finally happening? You finally get to be part of the United States, of shitty America. You guys suck. Your healthcare sucks. Your people are mean, rude. Why are you tariffing us? No, I get that, but why? We shortchanged you. I was unaware of this. Interesting. No, it's just fascinating to see how your minds work. It really is. It's very interesting and enlightening. The rest of the world is going, that was our allies. Because, we're so loved. Everybody loves Trump around the world. Around the world, respected, right? Respected. So why is he isolating us away from everybody? That's some cult leader shit. That's exactly what cult leaders do. They isolate you away from people. Your friends and your family, they're going to tell you, hey, man, that guy's no good, dude. You got to get away from him. He said you say something like that. Of course he did. He's a con man. He said you say that. Let me ask you, how much have you given him so far? All you gotta do is give him your life savings, and it's like it's a plan for the thing. And oh, I see what you're trying to say. That he's a billionaire. Yes. Then why does he need your money? He's being sued for $10 billion. No. How much? 200 million. Maybe 300 million. Is that 1 billion? No. Is it 10 billion? No. Is it even close? No. So why can't he pay it on his own? He doesn't really have the money. He doesn't really have the money. You're giving him the money to pay those fucking bills because he doesn't have it. And if nothing else, if he did have it, he's happy to take your money to pay it off. Just like Elon Musk has the money to build his own shit, bring us the end results, and see if we want to even invest in it. No. He just sells us the fucking designs and then just secures the funding to go build it. He wasn't building his own little tunnels and the fucking shit. He secured funding to do that. So the technology he wants to do on Mars, for probably to rename it to Elon or Planet X. He's obsessed with that fucking X because he's a fucking child. How is XAI gonna buy? So Elon Musk owns XAI. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk owns Twitter. Mm-hmm. Twitter's failing. Mm-hmm. XAI buys Twitter. Mm-hmm. For 33 million or billion. Mm-hmm. It wasn't worth that much when he bought it because it's full of bots and shit. Mm-hmm. So he just raised the value of his own shit by selling his own shit to himself. And he just got a whole bunch of money from the American government by going through the Treasury. Mm-hmm. Cutting off aid to everybody else besides himself. Mm-hmm. The Republicans are just still sitting with their thumbs in their ass. I mean, they're the ones that are going through the windows. January 6th, right? Oh yeah, same guys. Oh, this is what they wanted the whole time? Mm-hmm. So they're just lying full of shit racist? Yeah. Will they stand up for it now? No. No, they'll still say that, eggs. Well, I heard that just like I predicted that the eggs were going to hatch and they're going to have more eggs come out, and therefore the egg prices were going to drop drastically. We just had a temporary shortage. Huh? Just like you said. Not even like 4 months in, we're already got the egg prices are bottoming out. They're dropping out, and they'll probably go back to regular prices pretty soon. But now they know how much you fucking can't live without them. Don't expect them to go down. Don't expect them to go down, down, down. Not like a dollar a dozen like they were. Now they know you'll pay 4, 5. You'll be happy to see 2, and they'll make all that much more profit. You ever think that that's what they're doing with that kind of stuff with like the gasoline? They had plans of raising it to 250, but they know you'd fucking throw a hissy fit. So they squeeze you and squeeze you and squeeze you till you just can't fucking stand it anymore. Fine, fine, $2. Just get this fucking $8 shit to go away. On shit you don't even fucking need. Eggs. Eggs. I've made so many meals in the last several months. I just bought some eggs. Friday, I was gonna make eggs for breakfast this morning. Then I found a hamburger patty that I forgot that I made 3 instead of just 2. Fuck, I'm eat that shit and then probably go to bed here pretty soon. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go live real quick and talk about the Antichrist because that motherfucker. We don't got much time left, man. Either paradigm shift is gonna go this is honestly not how I feel, but it being just I have my own beliefs, and you don't have to believe what I believe. There's gonna be a paradigm shift where either it has to go this way. If you look at it, we accept that the president suddenly has these new fucking powers and is now a king. Really doubt these generals and majors are going to bow down to Captain Bone Spurs. One, if nothing else, they don't fear him. They have no fear of him. He's a coward. He's a bitch. Just like his voters. Cowards. Losers. Sore losers. You get beaten. Start a fucking riot. Meanwhile, laughing at the people that when they lost, they accepted it and cried because they realized that their rights were going to be taken away. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. What's happening to transgender? Banned from military. What are you guys doing with the woke? Oh, we're going to end this woke shit. You're everything that they feared. You're doing gleefully, happily, while they cry. And it's making you glad. And all they want is to be left alone. They don't want to fucking convert your kids. They're not trying to fucking assault anybody. Now, are there people? Yes, but so do you. Some of your politicians are getting fucking busted as we speak. Matt Gaetz, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you ignorant fucks. God damn, dude. And you want to play that what about bullshit? What about that guy that was running for he was a Republican, he was running, he got fucking kicked out of the fucking mall for fucking trolling the mall for underage girls. Multiple times. What about your president hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein? Shut the fuck up. We don't have to open the Epstein files. The fact that he won't release them and the fact that there's pictures of him. Multiple. Different clothing, so it's different times. Shut the fuck up. Behold, I will send them strong delusion that they will believe a lie. The big lie. And no, not the one that Donald Trump co opted to say that the lie is that he lost. The big lie is Donald Trump walking around saying that he won. Or that he won this time with a bigger landslide than anybody. You don't know how anything works. And he knows that. And he doesn't know how anything works. So he can just make up, he can just make it up. Based on what he's gauged you as what you feel, how you feel. And if he, what he got, now he has to do to cover it up. And if it's not the way it should be. And there's always a Democrat. That'd be unconstitutional. Censured. Censured. Get this person out of here. You're not allowed to speak in here anymore. So, I mean, the Gulf of Mexico, get them out of here. Associated Press, fake news. It is now legal fact. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was the Gulf of Mexico long before Trump's little stupid freedom fries war. Notice he keeps doing these little stupid fucking things to make you feel like you got some kind of, any kind of win. You know how much of a loser you have to be to fucking pat yourself on the back for renaming a body of water or switching a mountain name that the locals can call whatever the fuck they want to. Everyone can call it what the fuck they want to. He can name the fucking Washington monument to be the Donald Trump monument. That doesn't make it so. Doesn't mean anybody else will follow. Elon Musk can call it X. And I challenge anyone that fucking hates him just to continue to calling it Twitter. So I would campaign, bring back the Bluebird. Bring back Bluebird. Hashtag bring back Bluebird. Don't someone have X in their eyes when they're dead? Don't you X someone out when you kill them? Don't you put an X in something when it's just, wrong? What a dumb, smart man he is. He's a fucking moron. He's a fucking moron, dude. If you're going to yell at the president like that, don't have your fucking tape recorder kid walking around. Or at least have a talk with him and say, hey, we don't talk like that out in public, understand? Here at the house and here in Mar-a-Lago, where we own now, when we also own that little fat tubby bitch, you tell him whatever the fuck you want to, but when there's cameras and stuff, yeah. Okay, buddy? I need you to... You my little dude? Yeah. High five. We don't say that stuff in front of the camera, remember? Because it's rude, it's mean. We don't want to say that stuff in front of the camera. He's a bitch that when we're here at the house, you tell him to go fuck off. You tell him to shut the fuck up all you want. But not when there's cameras around, when you see a bunch of people, we don't talk. Did you see me talk to him like that? No. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. But when we're here, oh, yeah, you yell at him like he's a little bitch. Yeah, because he's a little bitch. He's my bitch. I paid for him. Bought and paid for. Meme coins, tennis shoes, NFTs, meme coins, more products, Melania's meme coin that went up and down. Oh, a failure. Was it a failure? You don't pump so much money into it. They're like, yeah, dude, this is ridiculous. I mean, Trump's is looking like really inflated, but I mean, hers is just close it out. She can go ahead and take that money out of there. She probably needed the money right then and there because she was probably running out of money. According to Mary Trump, there's a writer. She's basically a paid actress. Those times when she's slapping his hand and stuff, it's probably like, the check didn't clear this month, bitch. When the check clears, I'll hold your hand and you can kiss around my face, not on my face. Gavin Newsom can. Trudeau can. I wonder if that's why he hates Canada so fucking bad. Macron. You know what they say about guys with big noses? And French dudes, too. He's buzzing at that. I mean, she's like, and he's like, well, I don't. Oh, God, dude, of the two. Jesus Christ, you uncultured fucking troll. Orange and yellow Oompa Loompa. Fucking troll piece of shit. Fuck, he's ugly. Just ugly, soul ugly human being, man. Ugh. I really hope it's bring your kid to work day. Not today. Stop raining right now. I think I might go ahead and play some drums for a little bit. I feel like banging out some shit. Fuck Donald Trump. The future's uncertain and the end is always near. I don't know, man. It's gonna get interesting pretty soon. It has to. Things are gonna have to, rapidly change in ways we've never seen before. And if I'm been told correctly, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of sorrows, man. It's gonna get so much worse. Keep going if you can.